101, and this video is about this man here. I just put up a video saying that Netanyahu, that the Christians worship is really, he is preparing the way for the Messiah, their Messiah, the Antichrist. He's a 33rd degree Mason, and he said he thinks that vaccines are more important than the election. So they dissolved the election. The Knesset, they vote to dissolve itself. New elections loom. So right now, Israel does not have a government. And we are today 11 days away from the 14th. And the 21st is a huge day where Saturn and Jupiter come to its closest alignment.
What?
All
Is
pointing
it buffering
to
again?
these guys, their Messiah, the false Messiah, the Antichrist. Look, this is the fulfillment of Kaduri's prophecy that this is the fourth this is the fourth government that has failed. This has never happened in Israel's 73 years. This has never happened. And so this man right here is fully in charge of really preparing the way for the Antichrist. They want their third temple. They want their Messiah. All the rabbis in Israel are screaming for the Messiah, and they're saying that he is going to come this year, the 14th, which is huge.
I know. That's what they call the rabbis, eh?
The dark winter that Biden was talking about. So anyway, I just want to let you know that Israeli Knesset, they vote to dissolve themselves. They're no longer a government. And now we are days away from the 14th, and just a little time before the 21st, the rising of the Antichrist, the Great Awakening is happening upon the world. A new age is coming, the age of Aquarius. Everything that we know is gone now, and these guys are making way for the Antichrist. And where is he going to reign? Jerusalem. Here he is Israel. So this guy's a 33rd degree Mason. I have seen him with horns. You can see horns growing out of his head right there. And he's doing his job, and we need to be doing ours. So, all right, guys, I bless you. That's it for right now, and I'll talk to you soon. Cover you with the precious blood of Jesus Christ of Nazareth, and I pray the Lord minister to you and bless you today. All right, guys, talk to you soon. All right, bye-bye.
Yeah, no, he said he's got horns, but I don't really know where he's. Yeah, that's the white horse. I put the wrong horse on there. Yeah. Right. Okay, what about Dabu? What's Dabu7 saying?
Oh, yeah.
Oh my goodness.
This is Dabu7. We now have word that the Department of Defense has released the first images of this COVID-19 vaccination record card, as well as these vaccination kits that they're deploying to different places as well. Now they're saying that everyone will be issued a written card, and they can put this in their wallet, and it will tell them what they have had up to that point and when their next dose is due. And this is coming from Dr. Kelly Moore. They try to say that on top of this, the vaccination clinics will also report to their state immunization registries which vaccines have been given. This will all be tracked by a third party. This will all be tracked by a third party to verify that one has been vaccinated, and they're going to keep it in this database just in case you lose the card or anything else. So let it be known, all the information will be stored in a database, and we've seen what's happened to databases in the past that have been hit and people's information leaked all over the place. But in this instance, this is how they're tracking it. And they're saying that many places are going to plan to ask patients to voluntarily provide a cell phone number so that they can get a text message
you won't be able to
telling
just
them
go down to the
when
GP.
and where their next
They've got the
dose is due.
stadiums opening up.
There's a lot more tied into this
where people can go and
that I'm going to break down in greater detail in the next live stream. You can see the kits right here that they're sending out. But make sure to join us on the next live stream. The gloves come off, breaking this down thoroughly on DLive. You'll find links below in the description box.
Yeah, old Abu 777 there. Let's find another brief one to get through while it's so early, and then we can play the lengthier videos at the tail end of it all.
Hey YouTube, this is Wallytron 101, and the message today is the vaccine is here. That is the word out right now. Vaccination South Africa. The sister here her name is I can't pronounce her name, Lucetta, and this is the 444 news, 444prophecynews.com, a blogspot here, and they put this up, her message up here, and she says, greetings in Yeshua's name. I am shocked indeed, believers, as I write. I live in South Africa in Ladysmith. I thought the vax was supposed to start in USA or somewhere where the virus is quite high, but certainly not 15 minutes away from where I live. We have not experienced the second wave yet. And she goes on and talks about this, that Bill Gates, right here, Bill Gates came there. Oh, it's such evil, these people. And these people right now are being promised a expensive Huawei phone, and they get a voucher for money. And so, of course,
South Africa, yeah.
Super poor people will be running after this, and they are lining up. Nurses and police officers are pushing each other at the clinic, desiring to be vaccinated.
Here's a free phone, some money, and a
we
5G phone, so we can irradiate you whenever we want.
It's a good thing. God has remembered them. This is the great fallen wave. So we know that this is a secret agenda, and it's not in the news, of course. And this the sister is sounding the alarm that the vaccine is here, and they want to try to say it's going to be next year, boom, but it is not. And look what Netanyahu said. Netanyahu, he is preparing the way for the Antichrist, the Messiah in Israel. And Israel, he says, Israel needs vaccines, not elections. Netanyahu tells Gantz. So he is positioning Israel for these vaccines and for their Messiah, because he said elections are not important, his government's not important. And so there's that. And Brother Steve Fletcher has put this video up. It's called World Vaccination Map and Calendar. I encourage you to go watch this. It's very, very, very good. And these are all the countries right here on the world map that are ready to go. And it shows here the colors really. Where they're at. The green is
I can't imagine it now.
This month, as we know, the United States, they're rolling it out on the 13th and the 14th, which falls in line with everything is coming together. All the prophecies, everything's coming together on that day, the 14th and the 21st. So I just wanted to let you know that the vaccine is here. And please be warning the saints and the sinners to not take the test and not take this vaccine. So anyway, guys, I pray this bless you. I cover you with the precious blood of Jesus. I pray the Lord minister to you, strengthen you, encourage you, and pour out his spirit upon you. And I'll talk to you soon. All right, guys. I'll see you. All right. Bye-bye.
Well.
You are able to share all parts of your creativity, and being able to turn my passion into my paycheck was just like an icing on the cake.
Bloody ads. Yeah, people don't like the saved by grace thing because they feel like they've put all this hard work in, all this time, trying to be this like upstanding citizen or something, that when they start hearing that, oh, actually they were saved, they were saved a long time ago, they get a bit sour, you know what I mean? It's like, well, what happened? Yeah, it's understandable. I would be, you know, and Well, I was in that boat not too long ago anyway, so it's not like I can't relate to it, but it's better to be saved by grace than because there's no other way anyway. So not that people are going to be lost because they still try. It's just a bit of an insult, really. But I think definitely Christ will overlook such things. You know what I mean? That's some major snow. Where's that? Russia. Russia. Damn. Is this normal? Yeah, it's just normal for Russia. Damn, look at this guy
Это жесть. Он в сугробы выше человека.
walking down the alley, like, and it's just snow on the
Представляете,
side.
сугробы выше человека. У
It's
нас
probably like
в городе Норильске.
an open parking
Это
area or
вообще.
something. That is pretty mad. The heck are the trees?
Здесь нет выхода. Придется идти так, как зашел.
Damn, man. Yeah.
Yeah, and you're right.
Yeah, if that was like in the UK, man, I'd be like something apocalyptic's going on, you know what I mean?
We will go back to that in just a little bit, but I
Yeah.
do have some breaking news that I want to get to right here on News Now from
Yeah.
Fox, where this just
Suing
going down. The
Facebook.
President Trump's administration is now suing Facebook. Let's get into that right here on News Now from Fox. This is according to the Wall Street Journal. Trump administration claims Facebook improperly reserved jobs for H-1B workers. The Trump administration has sued Facebook Incorporated, accusing the social media giant of illegally reserving high-paying jobs for immigrant workers it was sponsoring for permanent residents rather than searching for available U.S. residents who could fill the positions. In a 17-page complaint filed today, the Justice Department's Civil Rights Division said Facebook inadequately advertised at least 2,600 positions between 2018 and 2019 that were filled by immigrants on H-1B high-skill visas when the company was applying to sponsor those workers for permanent residency, known as green cards. Companies sponsoring workers for employment-based green cards are required to show as part of the federal application process that they couldn't find any qualified American workers to fill that job. The suit said Facebook didn't advertise the reserved positions on its website and requires candidates to mail in their applications rather than accepting them online. So we will continue to follow this breaking news story here. We just wanted to bring that to your attention right now. So far, Facebook has no comment on this lawsuit that was just filed there. So bringing you always the latest right here on News Now from Fox. And we will be taking a quick 2-minute break here for some of you. Stay right here with us.
Interesting. Something to keep an eye on for sure.
I have a really quick video for you here. Just wanted to let you know, urgent,
This is a
that
new guy
this
I
is
subscribed
reported.
to.
I got this from a heads up from a subscriber. This was
Exalted
reported
Lamb 1.
with
I don't know
Info It's an
what they
Argentinian
what they
news
like. I've just
outlet,
started
mostly online, of course. Pretty
subscribe
good
to him,
size
so
outlet. In fact, let me go
we'll
past
see.
here
We'll see
and
how they
show you
go.
that it's a news website that created in Argentina. Infobay has over 450 staff journalists, over 1,000 stringers, whatever that means. So good size organization, probably somewhat reputable. It looks like maybe one of the largest, if not the largest, in Argentina. So, and you know, take it with a grain of salt on this, but it looks like it's possible that
Yeah, it was
according to this
uploaded
map
like
here,
2 minutes
and this
ago.
is in Spanish, but then I've translated it into English. So it looks like this is going to roll out to the United States tentatively. It says right here. So let's translate this: global vaccination schedule against, I'm just not going to say the name for some reason. By country tentative dates. So anyway, so you can see here I also show that this shows United States. That's the translation. They call it EEUU for some reason. I don't know how you get that out of this, but they do. Million doses, looks 100 million doses, I mean. And then those are the two primary companies, looks like. And this is all for the whole world. And
Where do
as
you
you
see
see
that?
in the green, this is Russia, China. This is, I didn't translate this. This is Britain. And then this is United States. So these are coming first in December. And so it looks like that's what's coming possibly exactly during my timelines I'm saying. So I'm gonna go past this, and then I'm gonna include in the description box my two previous
sounds like you
videos
just say
so you can know
timeline
what
again.
is coming and what I'm talking about during this timeline. Part 1 and Part 2, iPad Goat. The real reason for it's always been about December 14th. The December 14th eclipse basically is what my videos are about. So in this particular article, I'll have links for this article and a link for that map. So you can look at it yourself in Spanish. Again, I just translated it real quick so you can actually see what the title is and everything. But you can read this whole article, which countries will be first to apply the COVID 1984, and when will the first doses be given. So and then they have this map available as well. So it's a pretty good long article that just came out a few days ago. And then in the article, it says the world's leading power plans to initiate blank of health personnel in the United States. December 11th is what it's saying. The head of the blank campaign against blank, this guy's name, explained that the Food and Drug Administration is expected to meet between December 8th and 10th to approve the development of blank, so everything is ready to begin deployment the next day. So the 11th is what I'm saying is the first attack day.
Do all the names.
Anyway, so look at my videos if you haven't yet. This is crazy, the timing on this. As you see, as my videos talk about this, timing started on December 8th. And again, the first attack day is 11/11 because it's 11 months into the year with 11 days. 11 months have passed, so November's passed, and then 11 days into December. And there's other things that are going to be going on, I believe. So again, this is my grand guess, and I'm speculating about all this stuff. And then this is going up until December 21st. This whole birthing process. Watch my videos on that if you haven't seen those. But just letting you know, this is possibly coming out here at the exact time frame I'm talking about, or during this time frame sometime. We'll see. Just want to let you know so you have a heads up. This is Exalted Lamb 1, over and out.
Yeah.
Out here, seen those. This whole until December
Let's go
21st.
back on
This whole birthing process. Watch my videos on that if you haven't seen those. But just letting you know, this is possible. This is
going to
crazy.
rewind
The
to
timing
the
on this,
timeline again.
as you see, as my
Yeah, but what's 11/11 for? That's like November 11.
videos talk about this timing started on December 8th, and again, the first attack day is 11/11 because it's 11 months into the year with 11 days. 11 months have passed, so November's passed, and then 11 days into December. And there's other things that are going to be going on, I believe. So again, this is my grand guess, and I'm speculating about all this stuff. And then this is going up until December 21st. This whole birthing process. Watch my videos on that if you haven't seen those.
Looks like there's a
my
blood moon
grand
coming
guess.
in. Look, 11th and the 12th is an eclipse or something. It looks like there's like a half eclipse on the 14th or something. I don't know what this is about. But then it goes on about the sun will be darkened and the moon will turn to blood and that before the so I don't know. We'll just have to see on that one. 11th and the 12th. We're on the 3rd now anyway.
And I'm speculating about all this stuff, and then this is going up until December 21st. This whole birthing process. Watch my videos on that if you haven't seen those. But just letting you know, this is possibly coming out here
The winter
at
solstice
the exact
one,
time frame I'm talking about, or during this time frame sometime. We'll see. Just want to let you know so
Plus
you have a heads up. This is Exalted
Jupiter
Land 1
and
over
Saturn
now.
alignment.
And all kinds of different things, even including a short video about the coming VAXX, I'm going to say it that way, and those that are coming, and on a particular box it shows some information on one of the manufacturers and things like that. So I'm not going to talk too much about that because I don't want this taken down either, but I'm going to have a link in the description box at some point. Okay, if I can even get a video uploaded on BitChute. I've been trying to get it uploaded. It won't upload. I think they're censoring everything right now before the rollout of all this stuff, and it's all coming out in December, which is quite a shock. Not even close. So without explaining too much, as far as what happened last month, there's a lot of numbers. There was a ton of numbers, but there's far more symbolism, and I found even more numbers now. But there's far more symbolism for December, and I knew a little bit after I released this last video about November. A few days after that December was it, probably. And the symbolism was huge. And I'm going to lay that out for you in this video. It's pretty crazy, okay? And it's always been about the eclipse. As you can see, Lily's sitting in this eclipse. There's an eclipse over here. So like back in 2017 is when this kind of started for the programming and the false flag
Who's this girl,
thingies. I'm not sure, I don't even want to say that. The FFs that were basically... that happened in 2017, which were, hurricanes and all kinds of different things, even including Trump being in office. He's right here, his hair's right here, his hands in a triangle like this, as I've shared before and shown before. This was done back in pre-production was 2006 of this video, and then they released it in 2012, and that was showing him as a president right here. These are all presidents in the background. And a lot of things. There's a lot of multi-layered symbolism in iPad Goat, as I've shared many times. This is basically starts with 2017, January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August. The eclipse in August 21st of 2017, September, October, November, December. This was December at that time, and then it goes 2018 is back here, then 2019, and then this ends up still being 2020. I'm not gonna get into all that why this is. I've done videos on that, but this ends up being 2020. So it's January, February, March, April, May, June. So it goes kind of front to back, kind of back and forth this way. So January, February, April, May, June, July. I'm sorry, January, February, March, April, May, June, July, buck moon. August, September, October is December. Decem is 10. So 10 is 12. 10, 11, 12. And there's a number of reasons why I'm not saying this, but I'm just going to get into a few things because I don't want this to be a massively super long video. I'm going to hit certain things. This is the hole in the head. This is one of the presidents is Kennedy, and his date of birth, his death date was 11/22, which is code for this coming eclipse in December. And I'm going to talk about the 114 code that's massive because it's the same as 11/22. So December 14th which is this eclipse that's coming up, because this will be December. So again, we have July, August, September, October, November, December. That's how this is. And November's marked out by the death of the president. This is him right here, hole in the head, unfortunately. And then December 14th in Gematria equals, if you can believe it, in English Gematria, 1122, and that's when he was shot. And then also lockdowns are happening in December again. We had lockdowns on over here. This is April and March, April. He did the emergency order, national emergency on March 11th. So March to April's right here. We had lockdowns going into April. And then right here, it's back in November, the second wave and the lockdowns here, and that's November as well. Again, that's the month of Kennedy's elimination there. Okay, and that exactly matches December 14th is 1122. And again, so 2 plus 2 is 4, so it's 114 code is December 14th. How is that? December is Decem, which is 10 in Latin, so it's 1014 really. And take away the 0, you have 114. And I'm going to get into that more here pretty soon. So I'm going to get right into it here. I'm not going to say too much more about the past and such, so you get the information, and here we go. Okay, and then what I believe this is showing here in this eclipse here is eclipse, and then this little body down here underneath this pointer here. I can't go all the way to the bottom, which is annoying. This is Mercury, I believe, and it's coming towards the sun, and that's why it's got a little tail, because it's going this way, and the Mercury is coming towards the sun in this example, and that is on the eclipse day, as you see in the eclipse here. So the eclipse there, and the eclipse, the birth, and Lily dropping the apple begins in the eclipse month, which is December. Okay, December is 10 again. It's 12 and 10, depending on, Gregorian or Roman calendar that they really go by, the elites go by. Okay, so that's there. And then, so all along, Hierophant has been showing the eye, this little, it's called a tittle. It's the top of the little dot in the eye. They're showing, it goes from dotting this eye, moving over towards the eclipse. So the eclipse has happened, and then Mercury is moving towards the eclipse. Again, Mercury is, it's the messenger. It's a message of birth. This birth is happening during this eclipse. And so the eclipse is really the death of Stinky B.O., the 44th Prez, I call him, okay, Barack Insane Obama, and then he will be resurrected 7 days later on December 21st, which is massive stuff I'm going to show on that. Okay, so 7 days later, he'll be resurrected. But again, birth is death to them. So death is birth or rebirth. Death and rebirth are, basically it's the same. So they look at this as the same, or his death becomes the rebirth of the New World Order or whatever, so anyway, so let's keep going. So that's one perspective. It's upside down here, and you see it this way. But then with Hierophant, it's this direction. So then I could take it like that: Mercury and the sun, and then just imagine the eyes right here. And then Mercury is moving towards the sun as we get closer to the 21st. So, but on the eclipse day, it's dotting the eye, and then it moves over, moving towards the sun to the 21st. Okay. Now I'm going to show this to you more. This is really crazy. And then, of course, on his face, on his cheek, and George Bush's cheek, I mean, all these characters, it's literally on their cheeks. Makes him look like right here, I didn't blow up her cheek, and I forgot to, but right here, her cheek has got he literally has the eclipse. Her cheek has the eclipse. His cheek has the eclipse and Mercury right here, and he's winking. Hey, this is the day. It's right on my cheek. For crying out loud. And like I said, I thought it might be marking out the year or whatever. And then later I was like, okay, maybe it's just showing something else. But then ultimately I'm back to, it's got to be the day. I mean, it's got to be the time of that month. So here we are. So I've got a new diagram or a new timeline showing this based on these lunar phases, which is it's amazing. It's really amazing what the Lord showed me about the lunar phases. And he started showing me this over a year ago, the lunar phases, and how they mark out this time. And I'm going to show you something really incredible about Hierophant and what it actually means here pretty soon, and how it has to do the lunar phases. It's really amazing. So the first day is December 8th, and that's when the apple falls. So she's paying to be delivered, just like in Revelation 12. Revelation 12 description of the woman in labor gives birth to the man-child. She drops the apple. The apple falls. The first day you see it fall, and you see the spot on it. That's like the sun. It also makes it look like Jupiter, the god Jupiter, because Jupiter did exit Virgo for the Revelation 12 sign that actually happened on September 23rd, 2017. And that's just a kind of a foreshadow of what's coming of the real birth during this eclipse, or the eclipse month. So that's the first day. The second, or then we'll get into this stuff here. But look, this is the first day here, and this is a twin birth. This is a yin and yang in a sense. Light on one side, you got the yang, and then yin, the dark, on the other side. So it's the light and the dark. Okay, and that's looks like kind of like, if you just distort this line a little bit, it could look like a yin and yang symbol, and that's the point of this. And that's, I've been saying this all along, that this is the kind of the point of this. Let's keep going here. So that ends up being the 343rd day of the year, which is December 8th. And for a long time, one of the reasons why I didn't consider this time frame, because it wasn't numbered 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to the 14th day would be a 14 somehow. Okay, but then I figured out there's actually two ways that confirm this, that this is numbered 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Okay, one of the ways is that this is the 343rd day of the year. 3 plus 4 plus 3 is 10. Take away the 0, you have 1. This is crazy. And then the first day, or sorry, the second day, I should say, when the apple falls on the day, and then it starts rolling on the second day. 3 plus 4 plus 4 is 11. 1 plus 1 is 2. So we have that. I'm going to show you the other way soon. That's 12/9, just to show you that this is when the spot shows up. It's when it starts rolling. Then we have the 346th and 47th day, or the 4th and the 5th day. Again, 3 plus 4 plus 6 is 13. 1 plus 3 is 4. And then our 347, 1 plus 4 plus 7 is 14, which is 1 plus 4 is 5. And so that would be the 4th and 5th day. And I've shared this before. It's in my previous videos. There's a dead face right here. It's got eyes closed, but then it's got like a missing skull nose. So there's no nose. It's an absence here. And then there's like a comet or a meteor. I'm going to guess a meteor strike, but it could be a comet, just like in the movie Greenland. It's a comet called Clark. And there's so much in that I'm not getting into. But that's basically, and this is the real, this date of 12/11 is the real 11/11. I'm going to get into that at some point. But there's a meteor attack I'm saying could happen, or some piece of a comet or something, because there might even be a comet coming through at that time. They're kind of talking about one particular one. I'm not getting into that right now. And that's the real 11/11. Now, here's the concept that I'm going to get into here pretty soon, but we're talking about December is not only 10, because it's Decem in Latin is 10. So it's the 10th month in the Roman calendar. That's where it comes from, the Roman calendar. Decem was 10. It was the 10th month. But they made in the Gregorian it'd be the 12th month. Plus, when you go through November, you've completed 11 months. And then when you get into December, it's just, for example, this is the 11th day, or 11th and 12th day, but this example is 11/11. Okay, so 11 days into December, it's 11 months have expired. So November has been expired, and then 11 days in December. So 11 months have expired in the year, and then 11 days. Hopefully that makes sense, but it's really 10, 11, and 12 is December. And I'll break that down here in a second to explain again. And then the next attack day is the actual eclipse day. And this eclipse is on the 349th day of the year. Again, 3 plus 4 plus 9 is 16. 1 plus 6 is 7, or just knock out the 9. Anything you add 9 to stays the same. So knock out the 9. 3 plus 4 is 7. Another way of looking at it. And I'm saying it backwards right down here, 14th of December, because if you take 1 plus 4 plus 1 is 6, and then you have a 2. 6, 2, or 6, and then 2 is 1 and 1 secretly. It's just weird how they do this. It's 611. I'm going to get into that here, or 116. It's one of the codes for this day. There's many of them, and I'm going to get into the codes on that pretty soon here. So that day is, and I've shown this on iPad Go before, and especially my last series. Watch my last series, part 1, part 2, part 3 of iPad Goat right before this video. Okay, you watch those, and if you haven't yet, and you can see a lot of the details I brought from iPad Goat to show these different things and why I'm saying this. So, for example, on this 7th day, there's an upside down 7 on the floor. Okay, and as the apple hits it, there's an H right here, and then it spells out. I've showed this in past videos. There's an H right here that's very hidden, but it's there, and it spells out Hawaii this way. And then I've shown other scenes where it has Hawaii spelled out and lava. It's actually spelled out in the scene. It's hidden. It's like those when you're a kid and you're looking for the hidden thing, or looking for Where's Waldo, or you're looking for that little shoe shape that's in a picture or something, and you're looking for the flower shape that's in the picture and it's hidden or whatever. Whatever you call those, can't remember what they're called, but and you're trying to find that thing. That they do this all over an iPad Goat, and it's kind of
He's talking about that magic
it's very
eye
childish,
thing.
actually. When I think about it, how childish it is, how they do this. But again, the elite and the demons that are behind this are very childish and stupid. So, but that's how they do it. They have to do that to hide what their plans are, so they can get you to consume the TV shows, the movies, the music. I mean, all the kind of stuff that have all their predictive programming in it. You consume it, and then, but down in the fine print, it says what it is, and you consume it, and you're literally agreeing to all these things as you watch and consume things. Even iPad Goat, for example. And then Stinky Beetle will be killed on this day because this is his day of death, and then he'll be resurrected 7 days later. And I'm going to get into that soon. This is also 14. Underneath this pointer is the 14. 14 is 1 plus 4 is 5.
7 days later.
And then we have the then we have December 12, and then we have 2020. So 1 plus 2 plus 2 plus 2 is 7. So we have 5 and 14 and 7 for the rest of the digits in the month and year. So that's 57. He's Mr. 57 again. And I've shown in my previous videos over 100 ways that he's Mr. 57. And then Trumple is 58. And they're coordinated by 2 days right by each other. Okay, and then this is Trumple Day right here. And I'm going to get into that here. But first, I'm also saying on this day, this eclipse day, that Britney Spears will be eliminated as well. Whether it's even real or not, I don't know. But anyway, she'll be eliminated because the numbers for that I've done a video on, again, a few videos ago. You can watch that as well if you haven't seen that. There's some really crazy stuff, but just link it to this day because this is what I've been looking for the whole time, because this day ultimately is coded for that as well. And then also the Three Gorges Dam. And I'm going to get into more of that in my part 2, the Three Gorges Dam. Now, I'm going to say up front, it's possible there are some numbers for Three Gorges Dam going on this first day. And I've said that in the past on the first day of this Apple roll, but it's more likely that I see this happening on this eclipse day. Plus, it's a good reason because of the alignment of the Earth, the Moon, and the Sun in a sense. There's a gravitational thing. They might use that as an explanation for the Three Gorges going off. Some kind of gravitational pull or something like that. I don't know. But there's a lot of more numbers on this day than this, but there are some on this. So it's possible. I'll throw that out there. It's possible it could go on this day, but I'm saying it's more likely on this day that they have it planned. And I'm going to get into, again, more details about that. You won't believe some of the details about that. In fact, when they first started construction on this thing, it was literally on December 14th. I mean, it was years ago. I mean, again, it's crazy. It's absolutely nuts. I mean, you can't make this stuff up. I mean, only demons and psycho people make this stuff up in their psycho religion and this whole thing that they're trying to push to the world and everything. It's just ridiculous. So next is Trumple Day. So again, that's the 350th day of the year. 3 plus 5 is 8. And then again, I'm showing this backwards, the 15th of December. And that's also, if you look at it as even front ways, I'm going to talk about the 12th of, December 15th. December is 12, and then 1 from the 5 makes it 4 or 5. So this is actually even 44 and 45 by the dates of the by the day of the year and the month.
Yeah,
so it's 44 and 45 even.
Part 2 is
okay. Again,
2 hours
let me say this one more time. If I have this in the right order, 12 and 14, 1 plus 2 plus 1 is 4, and then you have a 4. It's 44. If I say this in the right order, that again, the right order based on America. Europeans and other places, they do the day first and then the month and then the year, which makes more sense actually. But we do things all messed up and backwards and weird and everything. We do the month and then the day.
Yeah, I'll come back to that. I saw this Let's see. You can't see the whole image, can you? There we go. You go.
Hello, you're listening to Hugo Talks. What is going on with these monoliths? They're a bit like buses, aren't they? You wait ages for one, and then 3 turn up in a row. Yes, a third monolith has now turned up. Just to recap, a monolith metal thing turned up in the Utah desert last week and vanished a few days later. Then there was another one that appeared out of nowhere in Romania, and now yesterday another one has appeared in California. The structure seems identical to the ones found in the desert in Utah and next to an ancient fortress in Romania. It says here, the 3-sided obelisk appeared to be made of stainless steel, 10 feet tall and 18 inches wide. The object was welded together at each corner with rivets attaching the side panels to a likely steel frame inside, the Californian newspaper said. Here it is in the Daily Fail. The monolith mystery continues. Metal pillar suddenly appears on top of California's Pine Mountain, just days after one was removed in Utah desert and another in Romania appeared. So what is all this about? Personally, I think it could be maybe a marketing campaign, say for Toblerones. I mean, it's the same shape as a Toblerone, just turn it up on its side and away you go. Maybe Toblerone have a new monolith bar coming out for Christmas, who knows? Oh, and breaking news, we have live footage of a 4th monolith that has now been discovered. Here's the clip.
Yeah. And
Birds flying high, you know how I feel. Sun.
And what is real anymore? That's how crazy everything is at the moment. Look at
we got
this.
footage of
A
the 4th
social
one.
distance zapper. Something
Plant.
not for
Plant
Christmas
in the-
stocking. It says here, the socially distancing zapper costs $14 and is small enough to fit in your pocket, but telescopes long enough so that combined
People
with the
are gonna-
length of your arm,
more people are
you can
gonna die
maintain
because of
a
that zapper
6-foot
than
social
COVID.
distance from someone while you administer their shock. And remember, always aim for any sweat on their arm for maximum effectiveness. It elicits a 4.5 volt,
Aim for any
which
switch.
isn't very much. So we have officially crossed over into the twilight zone, haven't we? When there are products being sold to enable you to zap people if they come too close. That is how badly the world has become
Someone puts
brainwashed.
that in someone's mouth
that
and zaps
these
them,
products
you know.
exist. It's kind of amazing to witness in a horrible way. Please note, this is not sponsored. I am not promoting this madness, just highlighting
not
how
sponsored,
crazy
yeah.
the world has become. Also, this morning I see that the UK are bragging. They're actually bragging they got the vaccine first. Look at this headline. Britain got vaccine first because we are better than you all. Gavin Williamson taunts America and Europe after UK beats world in race for jab. As US top doctor Anthony
Yeah, that's
Fauci
brilliant, isn't
accuses
it?
British health regulators of rushing drug into use. Gavin's vaccine glow. What is all of this nonsense? How can you trust, idiots like this when they start talking in this way? It makes it all sound like they're in some kind of competition. Well, why would they be thinking like that in such a way? The Education Secretary made the tub-thumping claim as the UK found itself at the centre of a major international row over the speed at which it approved a treatment to be launched within days. This led to American Dr. Fauci to say, if you go quickly and you do it superficially, people are not going to want to get vaccinated. And he added, the UK did not do it as carefully. Worried about people in the UK hearing what Dr. Fauci has said, Downing Street responded, I would point you back to what Dr. June Rain said yesterday, where she clearly set out the rigorous processes that had been followed in order to authorize the vaccine. She said herself, no corners had been cut, and again I would point you back to what her and her medical colleagues said. Appearing on LBC Radio, Mr. Williamson said, well, I just reckon we've got the very best people in this country, and we've obviously got the best medical regulator, much better than the French have, much better than the Belgians have, and much better than the Americans have. That doesn't surprise me at all because we are a much better country than every single one of them. What an idiot. What a stupid way to be carrying on. These are the idiots that are supposedly...
This is a Discord. Yeah, it'd just be all stars there. Yeah. Oh, Ephesians. Nope, not that one either. Not that one either. Indeed. Yeah. That's what it would be funny. Oh, dang it. Trying to get this. There we go. Snake Fangins. Yeah, exactly. Snake Fang inspired stamping patch for transdermal delivery of liquid formulations. What the heck? Yeah. Oh, there it is, the image. No, this is like a patch thing that for after, probably after the vaccine. I don't know. Topical formulations, transdermal patches, microneedles can be used for drug delivery, avoiding the pain associated with hypodermic needle injections. Develop flexible patches using microneedles to rapidly deliver liquid formulations through the skin. Inspired by rare-fanged snakes, the authors fabricated microneedles to open grooves from the transdermal delivery dye labeled proteinase solutions, something like that. Liquid anesthetics and vaccine to guinea pigs and mice. And the vaccine nowadays. Yeah, I don't know. Just fangs, isn't it? Science, transitional medicines. I know it's probably not the best of. I know. Yeah, check on my benefits, people. see, see if COVID's gonna sort me out some money. Yeah, this is what it's all about, right? Yeah, universal credit. We're gonna see no, universal basic income up here at some point. Sign in to a universal basic income account. Why pay your loans off now that they're gonna do the Great Reset? Oh, okay, yeah. Oh,